5 special report. It's a decades-old debate. How old is too old to drive? With several high-profile traffic crashes in the past few months, it's a valid question. But some of the answers we found may surprise you. News 5's Debbie Williams is live tonight in downtown Foley with the results of a News 5 investigation. Debbie.
Roseanne, how old is too old? You ask that question and you get a range of ages, 60, 70, 80. Older drivers are the fastest growing segment in the motoring public and some of the safest, but sometimes they're not. The images are still shocking.
I see a vehicle just going into the crowd, and I couldn't believe my eyes.
A 73-year-old driver plows through the Gulf Shores marching band during Mardi Gras.
It was probably one of the most scariest things that's ever happened to me.
2 weeks ago,
what are you doing?
A 75-year-old driver goes the wrong way on the Bayway, crashing head-on into a state trooper. And the list goes on, all with one thing in common: an elderly driver behind the wheel.
It could have been anyone. I mean, that's just it. It could have been a 20-year-old. It didn't matter. It just was the fact it was circumstances of what occurred, not necessarily the age that caused it.
According to the U.S. Department of Transportation, drivers 65 and older were responsible for more than 6,300 fatal car crashes in 2015. There are 40 million licensed drivers 65 and older in the U.S. Over the next 15 years, 70 million Americans will be 65 or older, 85 to 90% of them licensed to drive.
It's their perception to reaction. They're not able to see what's going on as fast. They think that they're doing well, but they're not. The vision, the hearing, it kind of goes.
Who's been in a wreck? We spoke to a group of seniors ages 61 to 70. All but one had been involved in an accident.
I didn't realize what happened at first, to be honest with you, because if you've never been in an accident, everything happens so fast.
Bob Tomlinson's first wreck was just last week when a teenage driver ran a red light.
It did make me a little nervous for a couple of days driving.
They say it's not the number of birthdays that determine whether or not you're a good driver.
I'm much more at peace when I drive now. There is no big hurry. And I can remember in my 20s and 30s and 40s, it was totally different.
Compared to other age groups, seniors are some of the safest.
The middle age, the middle class is what I'd be more fearful of because they've got so many things going on.
You don't stop from a stop sign and just gun it and go. You're very careful about speed limits. You don't talk on the telephone. You don't text. You pay attention to what's around you.
Slower reflexes, vision and hearing loss, medications or health conditions can change all that.
If it's dark and at night, then maybe none of us should be out driving if I don't know where I'm going. So I stay home.
In the end, we are all responsible for what happens behind the wheel.
Certainly if I get to the point where I'm a danger to somebody else, somebody needs to tell me. I may or may not realize that.
Safe driving is more about the individual, not the age. Now, in Alabama, there are no mandated restrictions for older drivers, but the 30 states plus the District of Columbia do have those restrictions. They range from vision testing to shorter renewal periods for driver's license, even retesting for the driver's license. In Georgia, they start taking a closer look at older drivers at the age of 59. But in Texas, it's the age of 85. Live on the Baldwin County Beat, Debbie Williams, News 5.
Thank you.